Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Advancement Center, to the world of magic and miracles, to another beautiful day in paradise here down on planet Earth in Santa Barbara, California. It's another amazing day, and it's a really exciting day because we are doing, for those of you that have not tuned in recently, we've got a whole new, I don't even want to call it a format. We just have a whole new thing we're doing, which is bringing guests in to our live broadcasts to share their experiences of magic and miracles, but not in any particular way. It's just really about getting into conversation in that field. And actually, when we connect with another person, that sort of all happens automatically. It's not even something you need to think about. That's why we're having so much fun with this, because every time it's new, you never know what's going to happen. Talking about stepping into the world of the unknown, this is it. And I really want to thank all of our guests so far, and those of you that are still coming, because it's sometimes your first time, it's your heart starts pounding a little bit and you're like, you have this moment. But it's phenomenal that you're here with us, because before you know it, all that's just gone. And you're looking, and if you even do look back, you go, what? Oh, there was something? Oh, okay. Because this is just life. This is our life. This is your life. This is life. The beauty of this, the beauty of our interactions is life. We're not here alone. We're here with each other. And it's the most amazing experience. And I really love what Barbara brought to us on Sunday, her broadcast on Sunday, which is because we had a brand new viewer to our broadcast from Bhutan, and how instead of having a gross national product, their gross national product is happiness. That's the measurement. And as Robert said, the new measurement. And that's what it was. That's how it's always, that's what we came here for, actually. So we're bringing back our freedom, our ability, our living in our life in happiness and joy, and expressing and interacting, and no analysis. Boy, that mind, that brain will want to get right in there and start analyzing everything, or planning everything, or whatever it is that our mind likes to do. But we're letting all of that fall off the back of the truck, as something else Robert has said. And we're just moving forward. We're flying and having the time of our lives. So thank you for joining us today. And please know, all of you watching, whether you're watching with us live today or you're seeing the recording of this broadcast in the future, the Advancement Center holds its arms open to each and every one of you to join us, to fly, to have the time of your life. And for those of you that are receiving our invitation emails, all you need to do is respond to the invitation, and we'll get it if you would like to join us on this elevated platform of fun. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to my special guest, Micki Sever. Hi, Micki.
Hi, Genya.
Coming to us all the way from San Jose, California.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for this invitation. It means the world to me. So thank you.
It's such a joy to have you here. It's funny because I always feel you here, even if we're not connected in this way. So, but it's especially fun to be able to have a conversation with you and just have fun.
I love as the kind of looking behind the curtain a little bit as we're setting up, how the birds were just having conversation with us and themselves. It was, again, magical. It was such a great prelude to our conversation. And I just love how nature responds that way.
Wow. Thank you for saying that. I forgot. I was actually going to share that too, and I totally forgot because I was going to say it felt like we were in a rainforest or something. It was really amazing. Thank you for just bringing that up.
Yeah, it was beautiful, very melodic, very magical. Great.
Well, and the thing that's always fun for me with you is my broadcasts have been called Music for All, and you are one of the people that comes to mind when I hear oh my gosh. When I hear an amazing singer, when I hear someone with just this huge voice, and it's often a little person, and this voice comes out, and it just takes me somewhere. And I just recently, for everyone else, I just recently shared a YouTube video with Micki because it made me think of her. It was, remind me, I can't remember her name.
Christina Aguilera.
Thank you. Yeah, she was in a, doing one of these stupid, silly things where she was in a donut shop or something, and she was in the back, and customers were coming into the donut shop, and she would start speaking to them from the back, so they couldn't see her. There wasn't anybody in the donut shop, and then she would sing to them. She would sing, and they were like, "Where's that coming from?" It was so much fun, but it was so different than watching a performance, where there's something you have to do, or there's standards. In this context, it was just someone having fun and using her voice and communicating with her voice. And you just popped right in. You were like at the forefront, like, oh my God, I heard, I felt you and your expression and how your amazing gift of yourself comes through your voice. And I'm just looking forward to having more and more opportunities to hear you express in that way.
What I loved about that video you sent me is she was kind of in disguise.
Yeah.
But people responded and recognized her spirit, her freedom of her spirit. And they're like, they had to capture it with their phone, or, it was just, people started coming in. It wasn't because it was Christina Aguilera. It was because the freedom of her spirit and her expression. It was people recognize and respond to that. It was amazing.
And that's what is amazing for me about the Advancement Center and the support that is behind it, the support that comes through Robert Young, especially, because it's just that. It's the freedom. More and more, we just get more and more free because of that leg up over the fence. And even what we're doing right now is that. And even though it could scare the pants off of you, sometimes it's stepping out there and And then that exhilaration that comes, and you're like, oh my God. And it reminds me of going down a river in a raft, and you can hear the white water coming, and you're like, oh God. And then at the end of it, you're so excited. I remember I went through something like that, and it's like, I want to do it again. So, yeah.
It feels a little bit like that now. and just want to echo your thoughts too on that. The support that's there from the Advancement Center, and the gentleness in which you're shown, or your self-discovery of where, I'll just say for my examples, where I was locked or holding myself back. And again, it's all around freedom. The freedom of that, the freedom to be yourself, the freedom to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself, and only uniquely what you can express. I haven't always had that in my life. And so to get that, it's life-changing, it's world-changing. And I just want everybody to have that too.
It's so beautiful. And it's interesting because I'm hearing you saying how it's life-changing and world-changing. And what I heard, and you might have actually transmitted this as well, was your expression of you is changing the world. Because you're letting people see you. And I know that feeling too. I know when I was really young, I was terrified of that. I was terrified of any expression. They used to call it shy. I don't know if that even means anything anymore, but yeah. So, and yet you watch, it's so fun to watch. If you see a child who's shy and you flash them a smile, or whatever it is that we tend to do when we interact with a child, and then you'll see them come out and they're this big smile, or they'll smile and then they'll hide their face, or, and that, again, it's the interaction, but it's just, we do that for each other. And it's so much fun. I think probably the most fun I have in life is and it's not like I'm doing it with intention, with thought that I'm doing it. It's just what happens. It's just when I'm around people, my being goes out. I don't know if I'm having a hard time putting words to this. I find myself wanting to make that connection. And sometimes it's not even with words. Actually, often it's not with words. But when that connection is made, oh my gosh, it's just like someone tickled me or something. I get so excited with the connection. And I'm having that with you right now, Micki. It's like, yeah.
And I've had the great fortune to go out and listen to live music with Genya, and that excitement and that connection and the power of music, your music and the musician's music. And it's so filled with joy. And I love that we share that great love of music and everybody's music. And it takes me back to when I used to teach music, where some kids, maybe in other subjects, they would shut down or not express themselves fully. But it was always a great joy when teachers would come and observe my class and see a student for the first time through music. that was the biggest joy of my life, was seeing that and seeing how others got that too. And that's what I love about music. Um, it reveals everybody.
Wow.
But I love going dancing with you and and listening to live music. Just the excitement. It's just so contagious.
I miss it. I haven't done it in a really long time. But I love what you're saying, because so interesting where you go. You can just go anywhere. Isn't this fun? It's like flying. You never know which direction you're going to turn, and then you're going somewhere else. But what I love about, because especially since I've been here in Santa Barbara, maybe more than ever, is I've met so many musicians here, and I get another side of the experience of playing music, because I know them personally, and then I'll see them perform, and actually I'm usually dancing at the other end. So it's a dance, it's an interaction through music. That's why I love it so much. But some people that maybe are not comfortable interacting in a way that we would think is usual, like speaking and whatever those interactions are, there's one person in particular that comes to mind that, oh my God, he picks up a guitar and he starts playing, and you're like, oh my God, I get transported somewhere else. And I know that it's so unique. It's everyone's ability when they're coming from their origin, when they're in their following their spirit, when they're doing what they love, and how that comes through. But it comes through differently for different people at different times, and it could change too. But it's just watching it and feeling it. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's what I enjoy the most. It's the melodies, it's the rhythms, it's all of that, but it's more, because it's so unique to each person. That's the spotlight is on you, and it's coming through you, whether you're singing, whether you're playing an instrument, whether you're speaking, whether you're not speaking. You could just be sitting there smiling, and you could be transmitting that essence of who you are. But yes, music, I love how I love the avenue it provides. I love it.
You talk of your friend playing guitar and his essence, and you get a sense of his origin and where he's from. I had that experience this past Sunday. A friend of mine who I've played a lot with in the past reached out to me and asked me to sing at his church. And before the service starts, he'll play. And I've later found out that he'll play his originals. And so this is as soon as the service starts, and I could have been in my head worrying about my singing, because it was 5 new songs I've never sung before and had just a few days to rehearse. And I just sat in my spirit and let all that go. And to hear him play, I was moved to tears. This beauty of who he is came through, and what a gift he gave the whole congregation. It took my breath away. I even turned to a fellow singer and said, how am I supposed to sing after that? It was just such wondrous surprise, and not a surprise because I know who he is, but I wasn't expecting that. And afterwards, I went to him. His name is Kirk, and I said, Kirk, oh my gosh, what was that first song you played? It brought me to tears. And he goes, it was an original. I just made it up on the spot. And oh, again, that's spontaneity and that spark. And he was following his spirit. That's where the beauty came in. And I said, oh, I hope you guys recorded it. But it was out there and it was shared, whether it was recorded or not. It was recorded in our hearts. And it was just transforming. And I was just so grateful that I was there to witness it. And as we go and listen to other musicians, there are those moments, and that it was just a good reminder for me to be in my spirit, so I am able to receive the totality, the fullness of his.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I it's interesting because that is such a universal form of communication, I guess you would call it, music. Mm-hmm. And yet we all bring that. We all have our own music. And whether you're playing an instrument or singing or not, we're still bringing our own music. And the fun of this is the more we open up, oh my gosh, I'm just getting stuff. The more we are open to receiving, as you said, others' spirit, the more ours will come out, and it can come any which way. And I do know I tend to, if someone's on a stage, for example, I tend to put them up on a stage. But we all, like, there's no comparing. Like, we all have such amazing gifts. And whether you're on a stage and you've got 1,000 people you're in your audience, or whether you're just with one other person, it's just as grand, it's just as amazing. And I'm just hearing laughter. I'm there, the lightness of it all, like that just brings it to a whole nother level, because we can get serious, and so always just the mischief and letting everything be there, letting everything be present, and as again, like, direction change at any moment keeps it light, keeps it new. You never know. And that's the interesting thing about not recording things, actually. It's letting it all be new and fresh all the time. Mm-hmm. And never knowing. Can you just imagine if we just lived in that total freedom and of total freshness every moment, each and every person, fearlessness to let that just be. That's how I see our future, it's our future that I see it. It's amazing. It's really fun.
Well, you talk about fearless, and what I'd like to do now, if okay with you, is to sing.
Oh my gosh.
And this is one of the songs from the service on Sunday, and it's called Grace Alone. And feel free, I'm just saying, everybody, to change up the words so they'll resonate with your spirit. That's what I've done. And I just want to say that I'm dedicating this to the Creator for all the good stuff and magic and miracles that you have provided in everyone's life. All right. Every promise we can make, every prayer and song of faith, every difference we will make is only by His grace. Every mountain we will climb, every ray of hope we shine, every blessing left behind is only by His grace. Grace alone, which God supplies, strength unknown, He will provide. Christ in us, our cornerstone, we will go forth in grace alone. Every soul we hope to reach, every heart we hope to teach, everywhere we share His peace, is only by His grace. Every loving word we say, every tear we wipe away, every sorrow turned to praise, is only by His grace. Grace alone, which love surprise, strength unknown, we will provide. Love in us, our cornerstone, we will go forth in grace alone.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Micki.
Thank you for this opportunity.
And there's always more. Wow. Thank you.
This has been great, Genya. This is, I could talk to you forever. And I feel we often do, whether we are conscious of it or not.
Absolutely. It's the most amazing thing to feel you, to feel. We may be miles apart, and the thing about that song you just sang, I don't think it's ever going to leave me. I think I'm going to just hear it. Like, it'll just come in and there will be Micki. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That was amazing.
Oh, I just feel so much joy. My spirit is full. And I feel your sparkles and excitement and joy and your music.
You never know.
You want to dance? Yes. Please.
Wow. Well, this has been amazing. And it is such an honor to have you here with us, Micki. I feel like I could do this all day, so this is interesting. Because there's a part of me in here that's saying, nope, no, it's time to wrap up. But what is the saying? Leave them always wanting more. Even though there is no them, it's just it isn't. It's funny, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you and me, and we're here.
Yeah.
Having an amazing conversation. This is a whole different kind of conversation. I like it.
Me too. Oh.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I could go off somewhere. Do you feel like there's anything else you want to express?
Well, just, that miracles are all around us. And in all shapes and sizes. And even with this past Sunday, the night before, I was losing my voice, and due to post-nasal drip, I'll call it. And I just said, no, I don't want that. And I woke up the next morning and not an issue. And I call that a miracle. For me, when I let stuff go about myself or what's been placed on me, that I accepted, and I wasn't going to accept that anymore. And those occurrences can happen every day, and they do. And it just, the joy in recognizing those.
Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, I just feel like I have such a full spirit right now, and so this is the excess.
Leaking, as we call it, right?
But again, I just had to share that because it's in my life, and I know in others, that it's those what we think are small that are huge, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting about the physical things that can come in our face, right? It's yeah, you can take it in somewhere, and everything has been designed to take it and make it solid and diagnose it, and boom, you've got a problem, and to just do the opposite like that, or just look at it and tell it to F off, or not hold anything about it, like worry. Oh my gosh, that's the silliest thing. Whoever invented worry, it's ridiculous. And it's easy though. It's easy to go there, but to just step out, you're right. It's like step out of it, step into your spirit, raise it up, move the energies. Gosh, that wonderful thing that
just
water does. And it's like how we can do that for ourselves, for someone else, for a tree, for an animal. It's magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Oh.
So, well, thank you, Micki.
Thank you.
I have a feeling there will be more. I don't know why anybody can only be a guest one time. So we all look forward to feeling and sharing your spirit, and just have an amazing day until we meet again, speak again, in whatever form that is. I want to wish you and everyone a perfect life, perfect health, and an extraordinarily magic future. Thank you.